Hey guys, it's Ryan Tommy. Decided to do a UU battle with a team I kind of just put together. We have Cafagrius, Blastoids, Scarf Machamp, Choice Banded, Crobat, Life Orb, Roserade, and I believe a Leftovers Bisharp. And just figured I'd do a match. We're up against some random dude on a Showdown. So I decided to lead with Bisharp because I thought he'd lead with his Elf, and he actually ends up leading with Scrafty, whatever. So I switch out, I go into my Crobat, and I end up just U-turning and bringing my Machamp. And I totally forgot he had Miss Diggis, however you want to say it. So he hits me with a Shadow Ball. Do get the Defiant boost, and I probably should have went for Sucker Punch, but I didn't think he would stay in. I totally forgot that he even had Hidden Power fighting. So I just hit him with a Brave Bird, switch out, and go into my Blastoise. Now I figured this has to be a Choice Banded as Elf, because defensive max HP Blastoise shouldn't be taking hits like that. So I Scald, I do get the burn, and he ends up knocking me out. So I do just go into Crobat and just U-turn, and I head right into my Machamp. He brings in his Flygon. Since I am Scarfed, he's not. My Ice Punch does kill, and then he does bring in his Raikou. So I go ahead and bring in my Cafagrius, and it's just going to be foddered off because he outspeeds and did more than half. So now he brings in his Scrafty. I Sludge Bomb, and I Energy Ball for coverage just in case he wants to bring Empoleon in. Now I do Giga Drain, and I'm assuming it's HP Ice or HP Fire. So I outspeed and end up killing. Now it's just the Raikou left. I didn't know if it was a Scarf set or a Spec set, so I was a little scared, but it didn't have to be because Choice Banded Giga Impact Crobat gets me a nice win, and hope you enjoyed. Hey guys, it's Ryan Tommy, and today I figured I'd just do a bunch of UU matches. So I have 4 matches for you today, and here's the first one. I start off with my Roserade. He brings out Rhyperior. I predict any switch, so I go for a sub. And then from here, I Sludge Bomb, and he goes for a Psychic, knocks out my sub. Because he has leftovers, I don't want to risk maximum damage with my Roserade, and I just bring in my Cafagrius. He roosts, and then switches out into his Zapdos. I just go for a safe Shadow Ball. And now I figured he would try to switch back into his Xatu, so I just go for a Shadow Ball with him expecting maybe a Toxic or a Will-O-Wisp. So he goes for the Discharge, so I think he's just going to stay in. So I go for the Toxic, miss the Toxic, so now I think he's going to switch back out to his Xatu, try and get a free switch, and I go for a Shadow Ball. Now I just want to keep going for Shadow Balls. I know he's just going to Roost Stall me and let the Toxic build up. So I just Shadow Ball, he Roosts, and that just goes on for a while. But Cafagrius really wasn't, too important in this battle, so it's okay if I just let him go. However, I do get lucky, and I do live on 2%, so it forces him to attack, so he is in revengeable range. So I do bring in Montoya, my Crobat, predict a switch, so I go for just the Choice Banded U-turn, and I bring my Roserade back in. I figure maybe he'll expect me to sub, so I'm just going to Giga Drain. He stays in, and it's a clean knockout right there for Roserade. Now he brings in the Chandelure, and I go back into Montoya expecting a Shadow Ball because I didn't want to bring in my Chandelure. He ends up tricking me Specs, and he takes my band. So we're both, I don't want to say like crippled, but now we're just locked into a move just to be locked in. No extras. So I switch out and I go into my Blastoise to take the discharge. Now I believe I go for a Rain Dance. No, I go for a Scald. But I do like to set up the rain because I am running Rain Dish. So he roosts, and I think now I go for the Rain Dance and get my Rain Dish and my leftovers. And he T-Waves, I'm okay with that. Now I go for a Hydro Pump. And he Psychics. I take it well, especially defensive, bulk, max HP. And then I Scald. I do get the burn. And I believe he just keeps going for Psychics. Which here I should have just went for a safe Scald. Instead I went for a Hydro Pump. Just cause really, no real reason. So he is at just 1 HP. So it is going to be a double down. And actually the double down ends up helping me because he probably would have brought in his Heracross, taken out my my Blastoise, and gotten a Moxie Boost. So I just go for a Stone Edge, takes out the Zapdos. Now he does bring his Shaman. Oh, I'm not a fan of Shaman. So I bring in my Roserade. But when I brought it in, I forgot that Shaman does learn Air Slash. But he ends up just Earth Powering and taking me out. So now I bring my Crobat in. I just go for a Brave Bird. Do outspeed. I am running max speed. Brings a Heracross in. Hits the Stone Edge. He gets the Moxie Boost. So I bring in my Machamp, which I know Stone Edge, even at +1, won't kill me. So he brings in the Chandelure. I go for the Stone Edge. He lives with 10, which surprised me, but I am Scarf, so I do outspeed. And now it's just my Chandelure and Machamp versus the Heracross. He does Mega Horn. He knows it won't miss because I am no guard, so everything hits. So now it's just Mega Horn, Stone Edge. And also I know that Mega Horn is resisted by Chandelure, so I really don't have a problem, nothing to worry about unless he gets a crit. And there's no crit, and I just Shadow Bolt for the win. Hope you enjoyed. Hey guys, back with the second match. I'm on the far side, and here we go. Leads with Rhyperior, and I just sub on the switch. He brings out his Yanmega. I go for the Sludge Bomb and take it out one hit. So still have my sub up. He's down 1 poke from the start. He brings in his Honchkrow. Sucker punches me to take out the sub, and I just go for a Sludge Bomb. Take out Honchkrow as well. So great start, Roserade. It's really good to have. I do make a bad play here. I do go into my Chandelure expecting the Fire Blast, which I should know better, and I should have just went into Cafagrius to take that. But I do bring in my Machamp and an Earthquake, thinking it would take it down. So I didn't want a Stone Edge in case he wanted to switch out into like Rhyperior or to take that. So I just go, he switches out to Blastoise to take the Earthquake, so I switch back out, head into my Cafagrius. He Scalds, and he does get the burn. So I'm just going to go and I believe I Toxic here. Which it would have been nice if I would have went for Shadow Ball because he does switch out. And he does get one more, I'm assuming Specs, one more Specs hit off. So I have my Blastoise come in to take the hit. And then he'll just die from poison. So we are up 5-3 at this point. So I do set up the rain. And he just takes me out. I bring in my Machamp. I'm assuming that Snorlax is banded, and I just go for a Drain Punch. Confuses Blastoise. Good thing he's not running Rain Dish, or else I would have set up Rain for him. I bring in my Roserade. He scalds, he gets a crit, and I do go for... I'm pretty much forced to go for Giga Drain here, which really, it's not a problem. You know, get a little health back. So I go for a Sludge Bomb, see how much it does, and then pretty much just, you know, let Roserade go down. But it does put me in good position to bring in my Machamp again and just start dynamic punching everything. So Blastoise comes in, do get the dynamic punch off. I do outspeed because I am scarfed, and I end up taking down the Blastoise. And now he brings in the Rhyperior, and I switch out to my Cofagrius, and he just Earthquakes, and it's enough to two-hit KO me from this range. So just leave it in to fodder it off. Now I do bring in Machamp again to Dynamic Punch, and it really, the whole match depends if he hits himself in Confusion, because my Crobat really can't do anything to Rhyperior, but he does hit himself, and I am able to hit KO from that position, and then he just forfeits and gives me the win. Hey guys, this is my last UU match today. I'm on the far side, starting off with my Crobat. I U-turn on the Weezing and bring in my Cofagrius. He Will-O-Wisp, and now he Thunderbolts. Really doesn't even touch me. I Will-O-Wisp back because a Weezing is just so bulky. It's good to get any status I can on it, and Burn is really the only one I can that really helps me out. I do Shadow Ball as he switches into Scrafty. Now he does Crunch, and I figure the best thing I can do with Scrafty is just to sack myself and put a curse on it, because the last thing I need is that thing setting up. So I bring a Crobat back in, just go for a Brave Bird, end up getting a crit, which is, you know, really fortunate because Weezing is one really big problem. Then he brings his Scrafty back in. I guess he really didn't want anything else to take a Brave Bird, so he brings in Blastoids. I bring out mine, and now we're kind of just hanging out on the field. He brings in the Tangrowth. I Scald. But I always forget that Jinx gets dry skin, so I go for another Scald. The Jinx comes in, and at this point I really don't want anything to come in, so he sets up. I just go for a Rapid Spin because I don't want to set up Rain for him. I don't want to hit him with Hydro Pump, and I really don't just want to help him in any way. So I end up sacking my Chandelure, and I bring in my Scarf Machamp to kill it with a Stone Edge. He brings the Blastoise back in, so I bring in Roserade. He Scalds, gets a crit. That's alright, still take it really well. He does get a burn though. I do end up just going for a sub on the switch, so now I end up going for Sludge Bomb and just takes it out in one hit. And the sub really kind of hurt me there because then I just end up taking myself out. And now Machamp comes in just to Dynamic Punch everything, and he hits himself in Confusion. I get another Dynamic Punch off, or I don't, and he ends up just forfeiting, and that's the game. Hope you enjoyed.